So this is my studio. I'm gonna show you what's inside. I'm gonna show you what I use and some of my thoughts with this room. So check it out. Okay, so now we come into the live room. This is a room that we use for lounge and also live room. We take out the chairs and then we place the drum set. So this is the room we use when we record bands and artists and also some voiceovers. This is where we make coffee, that's very important. So this is my Fender DeVille. So this amp has 4 speakers in it. I think it's 10-inch speakers. So we use this a lot when we record bands, but usually artists come in here with their own amps. But on my songs I use this one. And also I use this Vox Bruno. What I like about this Vox, it has this very warm sound to it that I really like. So on the wall here you can see we have acoustic panels. We made these ourselves. It's got a wood frame and rock wool, and then fabric that we've just mounted on the outside. The same goes for the black bass traps in the corners. They're a lot thicker. So you can see in the ceiling there's this thick lumber, and they actually work as diffusion. So this room has got very nice acoustics for recording. This piano is called Nordiska piano. It's a very small piano, but I really like the sound of it. Well. So this is a very small piano, but it really has been great on a couple of records that we've done here. Down here you can see we patched in the microphones and also the listening. So now we're entering the control room. So this space is used for mixing, tracking and also mastering. So it has to work on every purpose. We haven't got the luxury of that much space, so we're only renting 3 rooms. The 3 rooms in here we have built ourselves, because when we came here there was just one big space. So our neighbors are 2 nightclubs, so when we work they're not working, and when they work we're not working. So we haven't got this problem with sound from each other. These panels also I made myself. They're made by a wooden frame with rock wool and then fabric. So I'm using a MacBook Pro. I bought this in, I think, 2012 with full specs. The unibody, so it's not the Retina. It's working very well it hasn't stopped me in anything, so it's actually still working like a beast. We're gonna upgrade now because we've started making a lot more movies. So we're gonna build a PC and we're also gonna buy two new Macs to the studio because they're getting a bit old. But for audio production, there's no problem using that computer. So this is my preamps. This is a Universal Audio 4710D. This is 4 preamps. So what I really like about this is I have both transistor and have tube. So I can either record with transistor, tube, or I can blend it to taste. So I really find the sweet point on this, just keep it in the middle. It's also got a compressor in it with 2 settings, slow or fast. So I usually try to record with a compressor just to balance the sound out some, but it doesn't work always. So if it doesn't work, I just have it on off. So it works like more gain I give, more compressor is working. Yeah, so I have low cat, I have a pad, and I also have high Z inputs, so I can plug in a guitar and switch to line and then record. Now down here I have my Focusrite session pack. This one I just bought used. This is a total full channel strip. So I have the preamp section. If I drive this preamp hard, it sounds kind of like a Neve preamp. So that's something I really like. I don't use a digital source on this. I just plug it in analog through this one, because this has 4 more line input. So this is an 8-channel preamp. Here is the EQ section. I have compressor, I have a de-esser, I have got a limiter. Right now I'm using it a lot for voiceover work. So when the voiceover, so that the sound that I record is almost finished, so I can send it away pretty quickly. Down here I have the LA610. This was my first preamp. I bought it and I use it for everything. This is a tube mic preamp, so you can actually drive the tube pretty hard and get really nice saturation. I really like. And you also can get it quite clean. So, and here you have also got a peak reduction, a compressor. It's an optical compressor that you can either compress or limit. So, and you also have different impedance for microphone and for the line. Nowadays I use this compressor a lot on bass guitar. This is my favorite preamp for bass guitar. So I really get the bass tone that I want just right out from this box, the DI signal. Over to the interface, I now got Apogee Thunderbolt Ensemble. It's got 8 inputs for that I can have 8 microphone inputs. I have 2 guitar inputs or instrument inputs, and I have 2 set of phones, and I can also have 3 sets of studio monitors. And also I can have surround system set up with this one. So that's why I have this middle speaker. That's for dialogue. And when I use surround, I set up also 2 speakers behind. But I don't work that much in surround, so I take it down when I don't have to use it. I was thinking about buying, maybe Mackie or Avid's control surface that you have a lot of these faders. But then I thought I'll actually only use one, because I use it just to ride vocals or something, guitar solo, or so I actually only need one fader, and this is motorized, so it remembers where it's at when you switch between channels. Also you have, you can control the DAW, stop, play, record. I have read, write, touch. I have pan, mute, solo, rec. So everything I need I have here. So I use this a lot. And also sometimes when the computer just freeze, this doesn't. So if the sound just goes on, I can just press stop here and it stops. So that's beautiful. This is a new headset I bought. This is for listening for music. It's cordless. It's runs on Bluetooth, just with my iPhone. Urbanista, I think they're called. I really like this one. I tested the sound. I tested a lot of headphones, and the sounds on these were not flat, but I really like the top end, and I like the bottom end on the sound on these headphones. So quite okay. It wasn't very expensive. My main set of monitors, speakers, are these. This is Neumann K120. So I have one here, and of course I have one here. I really like these studio monitors. I bought them because they're not tiring. That's what I mean by that is I can work all day long without getting tired in my ears. Some days we have to work like 17, 18 hours, and we're working with audio all the time. So that is very important, having a good set of studio monitors, good set of speakers. They go down to 50 Hertz. Underneath here, I have a sub. So this is sub 7 from Atom, just to give me more bottom end when I need it. So I don't use it that much for mixing, but I use it for post-production, sound design, when we work with movies. This is my main guitar. It's a Santa Cruz, OMPW. PW stands for pre-war. So this is handmade in the States, and it cost a lot of money, but I needed a guitar that gave me what I needed all the time and constantly. So that's my main guitar. Also, I use this guitar on stage when I'm performing. This is my electric guitar, Michael Keller guitar. This is a guitar I had a long time. So it's quite good looking, but it's pretty heavy. So I don't use this guitar on stage. On stage, I use a Tele or a Strat, but I haven't got these guitars standing here right now. So this is a guitar I have in the studio. This is a guitar I found in Sweden. It's made in Stockholm. It's from 1950s, and it's actually looking very bad. But this is my dirty guitar. It has its own sound, and it really makes a difference when I use this guitar together with this guitar on the productions. They really help each other out a lot. This is my sofa guitar, my everything guitar. I use this just to really fast play out some of my ideas before I record. It's a very small guitar, and it hasn't got that great sound. But actually, I've used this guitar on some productions just to have this small guitar sound. So this is a sitting group, but also I set a lot of here. Looking out the window, you can see the view. It's foggy and it's winter time, so it's cold outside, but in summertime you really get warmth. You have the windows open, sit down here. I sit with my guitar and write music. So with this view, it's no problem making music. Yesterday I had a voiceover session, so I have the voiceover artist standing around here, and down here I have the headset, so the voice artist can listen to its voice. This is my bass. This is a very cheap bass. It's a Fender Jazz copy, and it's Cox Classic. The good thing about this bass is that it's not very easy to play on, but it actually sounds just like its original Fender Jazz bass. That's why I'm using it. I'm not a real great bass player, but when I have to play bass, I will get tone that I'm looking for with this one. Okay, so this is a couple of microphones. This one is the SM7B. So this microphone is from Shure. It's a broadcast microphone, but I use this a lot on vocals, and I also use it on drums. So this is a dynamic microphone. It's used by a lot of famous artists. Michael Jackson used this one. What's great about this microphone is that it records only things that's directly into it. So if you're playing with a band, the vocalist actually can really sing into this one, and the bleed from the band doesn't really come that much into the microphone. So it records very well here and fades out a lot of the sound coming from around. So this is a good choice. This is Audix OM5. This is a microphone that I use when I play live. I haven't used it that much in the studio. Maybe I should do that. So I'm gonna test this out, I think. This is maybe the microphone that I use the most. This is SM57. It's a classic microphone. SM, I actually learned here the other day, stands for studio microphone. So it was actually built and meant for the studio. I use this a lot on drums, of course. I use it on my amps, guitar amps. I use this on my violin because it cuts off the top end very good. That fits the violin very good. I use this sometimes on voiceovers. I use it on vocalists. I've used it on my acoustic guitar. I have this, I made this video for you guys where I used two of these microphones. One was recording the guitar and one was recording the vocal. And then you can hear how it separates out the sound. And this is a cheap microphone. It cost me, I think, 700-800 kroners. I'm not sure what that is in US, but I would say, I think about somewhere like $100. This is a measurement microphone, and this microphone is from when I bought the room correction from Snorre Busch. You can use this microphone for that purpose, but this is actually a good microphone for your instruments. It's an omni-out microphone. I think I'm gonna make a video with two of these guys recording either a stereo recording guitar or guitar and gonna sing through it. So that would be a good experiment. The cloud lifter, this is the SM7B's best friend. This gives me 25 dB of volume without raising the noise floor. So this let me use this microphone on every preamp you can think of. I had a comment here that I should check out that this box makes some kind of digital noise, but I've tried to listen. I can hear something, but when it pops through with the rest of the instruments or the dialogue gets music around it, or it's no problem. So it doesn't stop me from using it. This is my DI box. I use this to record a DI signal from electric guitar, from a bass, if I also want to send it through an amp at the same time. Just want to show you this one. This one you mount on your vocal stand, and you can mount like two microphones and easily get a stereo setup. Yeah. Now this is a copperhead, Telefunken copperhead. This is a tube microphone. I use this a lot, but it fits my voice really good, but it doesn't fit everybody's voice that good. So every time I get a singer or a voiceover artist in, I place up this microphone. And also I set up this one. This is a Shure microphone, SM44A. And also I set up this guy, SM7B. And that is just to check out what microphone suits the artist the best. Yeah, and I also try this one, because sometimes this is king, and it's nobody can compete with this guy when it's really right to use. I also have ribbon microphones. So this is Nuvo N22. This is a microphone from AEA. This is a ribbon, so it records on this side and this side, and rejects on all other sides. So it's a figure of 8. This microphone I use on drum overheads. I use it on guitar amps. I use it on vocals. I use it on acoustic instruments. So really like this microphone. Yeah, and I also have this Zoom recorder that I use a lot for field recording, but also if I use it for podcasts, I use it for interviews, and also if I need to just record a quick idea or something, I use this one, or I also use my phone on that. Now, it's very important that this room works very well in every environment. So in front, I have the mixing position, and the sound here is very controlled. And over here, I really like recording vocals, because the sound is pretty dead. And over here, the room is more alive. So here I can get really nice tones on any acoustic instrument. But I need to alter sometimes the sound. So this panel I can easily take down like this, and I can alter the position on this one. And the reason why is that then I can get the vocal to stand here. And then I have another type of sound, different sound. So it's really important for me to alter the sound. And also, when I have this hanging down, I get a different sound behind here too. So that I can use. So it's pretty clever just to try to alter the sound by moving your panels for your needs. But the point is getting the best advantages that you can get from what you need. So the mixing position has a more dead controlled sound. Here it's not that dead, but it works very well for vocals. And over here you have the acoustic that's very good for instrument tracking. And also I can decide that, well, I don't want this up at all. And now I have a bigger sounding room. So I hope you liked this little tour of my studio. If you like this video, please click the like button. Please subscribe, and I see you guys in another video. Take care.